Hi, y'all. Michelle Leslie here. Today, I wanted to address a question that came up in a Facebook group that I'm in. And I just thought it was an interesting question and might be maybe helpful for a situation that you're in at your church or just an interesting thing to consider. So, the question that was asked in the group that I'm in is it appropriate for a pastor or minister of music to request or require that those who are going to be appearing on the platform during the worship service, whether it's someone on the praise team or in the choir or someone making announcements, someone leading in prayer, things like that, is it okay for the pastor or minister of music to request or require that those people dress at a minimum level of business casual? Now, to me, when I hear the term business casual and I think about it in terms of a worship service, what I'm thinking of is maybe a pair of khakis and a polo shirt, bare minimum, and the equivalent for a woman, a casual pair of slacks and not a t-shirt or not a tank top or something like that, but a collared shirt or a blouse. And so my answer to that would be, well, certainly it's appropriate and okay for a pastor or minister of music to request that those appearing on the platform be dressed neatly. And if they want a certain level, if they want to use the term business casual just because it's kind of a term that most people understand, then that's okay. And certainly it's great to have those who are on the platform looking nice and neat and dressing respectably. And so I wasn't real clear as to why anybody would have a problem with that. For example, say if you're a woman who's on the praise team, would you have a problem with your minister of music asking this of you, not requiring anything out of the ordinary? I mean, it's not like he's a bride who's requesting that you go spend several $100s on a dress that you'll never wear again, right? I mean, we would do that if we were in a wedding, and the bride requested us to do something like that. So my question would be, why would this be a problem for anyone who has been asked to do this? If we go to work, a lot of us work in places where we are required to wear a certain uniform or a certain level of dress, like a suit or a dress or something like that. As I mentioned, if we were going to, even if you weren't in the wedding, if you were going to a wedding or you were going to a funeral or you were going to a formal dinner or something like that, you would dress appropriately for the occasion. I'm not real clear why there seems to be some kind of thought line on this issue in the church that you can come in whatever you want to wear. And with this particular question, we are talking about people, not people who are sitting in the congregation. We're talking about people who are appearing on the platform for some reason in some capacity. So, do I think you should dress nice and neatly to go to church? Yes, I do. I don't think you should go in looking like you just came in from mowing the lawn or you just fell into the church doors from the beach or something like that. I mean, I think it is absolutely appropriate for people attending church to make some minimal sort of effort to dress neatly. As I said, there are plenty of things that we go to or things that we have to attend where we would never think of, you would never think of showing up for work unless you're a lifeguard or something like that. You would probably never think of showing up for your job in ripped shorts and flip-flops and a tank top or something like that. And yet there are people who seem to be offended if someone suggests that we should dress neatly for church. But anyway, the question was not about for people who are attending church. The question was about for people who are on the platform. And so my question would just be, why would anyone have a problem with that? It's absolutely appropriate to dress appropriately and neatly. And besides, if your pastor or your minister of music is asking you to do something, especially if it's something small like that, why would you make his or her, oh, no, not her. Why would you make his job more difficult by putting up a fuss about something that's so easy to comply with? Let's look at one verse of scripture real quickly. And this is Hebrews 13:17. It says, "Obey your leaders and submit to them, for they are keeping watch over your souls as those who will have to give an account. Let them do this with joy and not with groaning, for that would be of no advantage to you." So we're to submit to our pastor's leadership unless they're asking us to do something that is unbiblical or sinful. So if you have a pastor or a minister of music who is asking you as a choir member, praise team member, somebody who's making announcements or whatever, to dress at a minimal standard when you're going to be on the platform in front of people, just say, yes, I'll be glad to do that. And then dress appropriately for that occasion and for that capacity. And let's have, let's make our pastors and ministers of music's job a little bit easier and a little bit more joyful and a little bit less groaning. Have a blessed day.